Hi folks, this is the legislative update for the week's legislative activities. Not a lot of volume, but a lot of consequence, and I'm going to try and keep it short. Tell you why I voted. There'll be multiple reasons, but I'm just going to try and stick to the high points because sometimes these can get long. We had two, if you probably heard, we had two immigration bills. And I'm going to try and give them to you by the title so you know. H.R. 6, the Dream and Promise Act, which would provide amnesty for illegal foreign nationals, any illegal foreign national under the age of 19 that came to the United States in 2021. So everything that's happening at the border currently would provide amnesty for every single one of those individuals. And quite honestly, to me, that's enough to be a no vote easily. But there's some other things. It provides green cards to criminals. And what do I mean by that? Gang members would get green cards, people that had been arrested for DUI, people that had some weapons felonies. And as the president and the leadership in the House and the Senate are working towards gun control, it's fascinating to me that they want to, again, encumber law-abiding citizens' Second Amendment rights, but they're going to allow people that are here illegally, give them amnesty even though they've committed a crime with a gun. And then finally, uses taxpayer dollars. It creates a grant program so illegal foreign nationals can apply for their green cards. And so you, the taxpayer, the American taxpayer, would pay for that. That's, to me, just kind of an extra slap in the face. So that's number one. So I voted no on that. Then H.R. 1603, the Farm Workforce Modernization Act. What this does, and many things, of course, amnesty for many people that are here illegally. But it also, if they work in the ag community, in the agricultural enterprise, they get a special pathway for being here illegally, and it actually is a pathway to citizenship that people that have been here legally working in the agricultural production market and enterprise don't get to avail themselves to. So we're actually setting aside a special program for people who came here illegally to work in the agricultural program. So you can imagine I voted on that, a no on that as well. So that's two of the three bills. The third bill is the Violence Against Women Act. And let me just tell you, I know that they put that name on it, and I've literally heard some members of Congress say, well, I have to vote for it just because of the name of it. And years ago, I voted for the original authorization out of the House, and every time the Senate gets a hold of it, they make it more political and make it almost impossible to vote for if you believe in actually dealing with violence towards women. And I do, and that's why I voted for the House version, but I voted against this Senate version for a couple reasons. First of all, it requires, I'm going to get the language right, allows men who identify as women to use programs designed for women. And imagine a battered women's shelter in your hometown, where now the person that battered the woman who is seeking refuge there and seeking safety there then has to confront her abuser in the very same facility, because this facility is not allowed to reject or disallow entry to that person if that person identifies as a woman. And so I know these might seem petty things to some people, but laws are really important, and it's important to get the subtleties and the nuances of them correct. And then finally on that one, just one other reason, I promise to keep it short. It also implements so-called restorative practices. And in a nutshell, what that means is that the abuser in restorative practice is seen as a victim, him or herself. And so it would, because of this view that whatever the reason is that the abuser is a victim, whether it's to whatever happened in their childhood or whatever their environment is, it actually literally puts them face to face again with the abused. Now, the abuser might be a victim of some things, but there's absolutely no reason, in my opinion, that the abused must face that the person that abused them when they're again seeking refuge and safety from that abuser. And these restorative practices, of course, turn that that premise on its head and make the abuser the victim as well as the victim themselves. So those are the reasons. Those are the three major pieces of legislation that we moved this week, and I voted no on all three. Those are the reasons why. I'd encourage you to contact the office if you need further clarification. But until next week or the next session week, I hope you're well, healthy, and safe, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care.